Aaditya Thackeray, Minister for Environment, Tourism and Protocol, Government of Maharashtra, passionately working for the planet. Well, my family, of course, has a legacy of politics and social reform for the past 4 generations. I'm fourth generation in terms of social reforms and politics. But we've also had a background in conservation and wildlife enthusiasm. So if you actually see my grandfather, who started off with politics in the political party, he's always been an avid, enthusiast about gardening, about trees and arborism across the state. My father, who is the current Chief Minister of Maharashtra and is leading the state in terms of a sustainable development way, he is also a wildlife enthusiast, wildlife photographer, and a passionate conservationist. My brother has a background of research in wildlife, discovering almost 40 species of various, flora fauna. So naturally, it flows in my blood to be speaking about the planet, about biodiversity, about protecting all we have as a wealth of resources across the world. And it stems from both sense of fear and hope. Fear of losing what we have today on the planet, or probably as the human race getting wiped off from the planet at a certain point because of our own actions. I tend to see climate action as a part of karma. What you do to the planet happens to you. So that is one of the things. And of course, there's hope, because when you look at conferences like COP26, or when you look at people around the world, voices young and old, across the planet, different races, different people coming together for the planet, I think that is a sense of hope there. Over the past 10 years, if you look around different states of India, the weather patterns have changed. Even in Maharashtra, where we faced drought from, say, 2011 to 2016 or 17, we're facing floods there. We're looking at hailstorms, we're looking at storms and cyclones in areas which have never seen storms in the past 100 years. And this is happening, like in Mumbai, we faced 3 storms in about 11 or 12 months. Mumbai itself has received more than 3,000 mm of rain each year for the past 3 years. We've got cloudbursts happening in different parts of the country. We've got landslides because of, the cloudbursts. So of course, be it our cities, be it our rural areas, be it the agrarian economy, all of us are being hit equally across the country. There's a lot of displacement in terms of people moving from one place to another, whoever faces agrarian crisis, or droughts or famines, or landslides. Women too are being hit equally hard in terms of climate emergencies. So I think this is the time to act. If not late, then today, yes. And just as a small example of my own state, in the past 1 year itself, we've had to give out compensation almost of $2 billion, and that's out of climate emergencies. So I always keep thinking, if we invested that much in resilience or mitigation, that could be worth it. I think it is a very ambitious goal, and when Prime Minister Modi speaks about 2070 for carbon neutrality, he's speaking about the whole country. It's 1.3 billion people coming together, and each of us have to contribute. Like there's always talk about global north and global south, India also has a state, whole bunch of states that are equally developed, are financial and industrial powerhouses like us and Gujarat and many more. And then you have a couple of states that are actually on their way towards industrialization and development. Now, what we need to realize is some of us who have taken the lead to meet the ambitious, dream of Prime Minister Modi in an earlier fashion, we're looking at other states joining us. So, of course, it may be 2070, it may be a little earlier or later, but what is really important is to see that all states are coming together, working shoulder to shoulder for a better planet and a better future for India. Yes, we're looking at development, but in a sustainable manner. And as there are new technologies coming up, new methods coming up, we're also looking at green financing to support India's ambitious goals. We may hit it earlier. So I guess he's speaking for the entire nation, and as subnational governments, it's our responsibility to see that we can reach the dream earlier. Exactly, because Mumbai is also a city that will go, a lot of changes in the next few years. We've got a lot of infrastructure works coming along, be it roads, railways, rejuvenation of old buildings. All of that has a certain carbon footprint that comes along with it. We're looking at how do we offset that carbon footprint. That is one. But along with that, we're looking at decarbonizing our energy sector and our transport sector. So by 2027, we have pledged to go 100% electric on a public bus transport fleet. We're already on the way to hit 50% by 2023. That is a major, goal set by us. And all of that will be supported by renewable energy, clean energy. I think that is very crucial for us to create an ecosystem of clean energy supporting clean transport. That is one. In terms of the mangroves, just in the past 1 year, we've covered almost 9,800 hectares. And today I was informed by the department that we've updated that to 11,560 hectares of mangrove area being protected across Maharashtra as reserve forest. But one of the biggest achievements I would call it as, or see it as, would be declaring the RA forest, which is almost 300 hectares in the city of Mumbai, which is a hustling, bustling metropolis, to be declared as a reserve forest. So we've got not just trees there, but various flora fauna ranging from leopards to spiders to the rusty spotted cat. So we're looking at biodiversity along with environment. I think I look at climate change emergencies in a very selfish manner. We've always said, and the generations earlier have said, let's do it for the next generation. And sometimes when you're doing for the next generation that you have not really interacted with or not seen, you're doing it but with a sense of, being distant from it. Here, people like you, me, who are around the same age, we're doing it for ourselves as well. Because, if we've got to live ahead in the next 50, 60, 70 years, whatever, as a healthy generation, as a generation that has a better quality of life, we're not futurists anymore. We're doing this for ourselves. And I think that is really crucial to bring the passion for ourselves into this.